The Maldives is a pretty special place for us, and that says a lot because we're kind of the couple that never returns to the same destination twice. We love new places, new cultures, new adventures, but the Maldives, well, that's the exception. Over-the-water villas always felt like a bucket list once-in-a-lifetime experience, the kind of thing you dream about, but never imagine doing more than once. And yet, here we are. We've now been fortunate enough to experience it twice. In 2023, we stayed at the Méridien Maldives and absolutely fell in love with the island, the reef, and the unreal turquoise water. So when the newly renovated W Maldives opened in 2025, we knew we had to go back and see how it compared. And wow, this resort delivered. From the iconic postcard perfect views to some of the best snorkeling we've ever experienced to an unforgettable whale shark excursion, the W had so much in store for us. In today's video, we're taking you along for our stay, the vibes, the villa, the food, the reef, and whether we think the W Maldives is worth the trip, especially if you've already been to the Maldives before. Let's dive in. Learning from our previous trip, we decided to break up our travel time. On our last visit, a flight delay cut into our stay, so this time we intentionally planned a stopover to adjust to the time zone and recover from jet lag. Traveling from the East Coast means multiple flights. We flew from Charlotte to Washington, D.C. for our first leg at 6:45 a.m., and my husband was upgraded to first class. Whenever he gets upgraded, I just sit in his seat and he can go back to coach. From Washington, D.C., we took a Qatar Airlines flight to Doha, Qatar. This flight is 12 and a half hours, so be sure to bring a book and some movies to watch or just annoy your husband. Sadly, no upgrade for the long haul, but we got lucky as no one was sitting in the middle seat, so we were able to spread out more. After traveling for 12 and a half hours, we had a layover in Doha, Qatar, which is one of the coolest airports. Inside the airport, they have a rainforest and an endless amounts of shops. After a 4-hour layover, we boarded our flight to Dubai. After about 18.5 hours of total travel, we arrived in Dubai and checked into an airport area hotel. We showered, tried to stay awake, and pushed through the time change. Our first stop was the Dubai Mall, where everything is indoors because the heat is no joke. The mall had endless shops and even a skating rink. After wandering around, grabbing dinner at KFC, no we didn't, and spending a small fortune on Dubai chocolate, we finally headed back for some much needed sleep. The next morning, we visited the Burj Khalifa, which embarrassingly realized was right next to the mall we had already been in. The Burj is the tallest building in the world, but instead of spending $150 per person to go to the top, we figured we'd already be in airplanes and probably see the same sight from higher. Inside the mall, we stumbled into a full Chinatown area where we grabbed lunch and then promptly got lost trying to find the Uber entrance. From there, we headed to the Dubai Frame, and it ended up being one of our favorite stops in the city. Standing at the top, you can see the contrast between old Dubai on one side and the modern skyline on the other. It really shows how much the city has evolved. The glass floor walkway definitely made us pause for a second before stepping on. Looking straight down is not for the faint of heart, but it added such a fun, unforgettable thrill and made the experience even more memorable. After that, we took a ride out to Palm Island, the iconic man-made island known for its luxury resorts and incredible designs. This time we did the tour and visited the View, which gave us an amazing look at the island from above and really helped put its scale into perspective. One of the things we enjoyed most about stopping here was learning the history behind why Palm Island was built and what it actually took to make it happen. From the engineering challenges to the sheer ambition behind creating an island in the shape of a palm tree. Seeing it from above while understanding the story behind it made the experience even more impressive. Later that evening, we boarded our flight to Male in the Maldives. We had a later flight Dubai time, and again, we had to deal with another time change. The flight was only 4 hours, but it got us to the Maldives in the morning the next day. Before getting in the customs line, make sure you filled out the Maldives Tourism Entry Form. It's required for entry and saves time on arrival. Once we landed, the W Maldives staff greeted us, collected our luggage, and escorted us to their private lounge while we waited for our Seaplane transfer. They handle all the coordination for you, which makes the process stress-free. Make sure you keep your luggage under the desired weight, as the Seaplane has different requirements and there's an upgrade charge if you go over. We learned this lesson the first time we visited, as I tend to overpack, so you might be charged. After checking our luggage, we took a quick shuttle over to the Nouveau Seaplane terminal. This is where you'll relax in the lounge while waiting for your seaplane transfer to the resort. The terminal itself is fairly new and beautifully designed, with dedicated lounges for various hotels. It's a comfortable, low-stress way to start the journey, and honestly, it feels like the vacation has begun. The lounge had coffee and pastries, the perfect little snack before the final leg of the trip. Thankfully, the W team was able to move us to an earlier flight, which made the wait even easier. When it was time, we were escorted to a waiting room before being called and guided out to the plane. Our route included stops at 2 other resorts, so the ride took about an hour, but flying over the atolls and landing on water is such a unique experience that it felt like part of the adventure. When we arrived, we were greeted with welcome drinks, then taken on a golf cart toward the island before being driven to our villa. We booked a Superior Overwater Villa, and it was incredible. Private pool, endless turquoise views, and surprisingly great privacy thanks to how the villas are spaced. The room was also magnificent. While we were waiting, we were welcomed with complimentary champagne and pastries, such a perfect way to start the day. The bed overlooks the turquoise water and opens out to our private deck with its own pool. One of the coolest features is a glass floor at the foot of the bed, where you can look straight down into the water below. The bathroom was just as impressive, with a soaking tub overlooking the water, his and her sinks, a private shower, and even a Japanese-style toilet. Yes, the kind that washes your tushy. There's also a sleek wall-mounted minibar cabin that keeps everything tucked away and stylish. Outside, the terrace features a private plunge pool, sun loungers, and an outdoor shower for rinsing off after a swim. And best of all, the terrace has stairs that lead directly down into the water, making it incredibly easy to step right into paradise. We unpacked our bags, changed into our bathing suits, and wasted no time heading out to explore the resort. We stopped by the iconic W sign for photos, checked out the pools and bars, and of course had to try the slide. We spent time swimming, soaking it all in, and just enjoying the fact that we were finally there. After that, we headed back to our room to shower and get ready for dinner, fully intending to end the night at one of the restaurants. But after a long travel day, the jet lag caught up with us in the best possible way. Instead of dinner plans, we completely crashed, and honestly, it was the perfect way to end our first day. The next morning, thanks to our Marriott Titanium status, we received complimentary breakfast, and it was absolutely amazing. The spread features dishes from all around the world with so many options to choose from that it felt more like a culinary tour than a typical breakfast. From international favorites to fresh pastries and fruit, everything was beautifully done. There was also made-to-order omelet station, which quickly became one of our go-to stops. Honestly, breakfast ended up being one of the highlights of the food experience at the resort. After filling up on breakfast, we headed straight to the house reef. The W and the Méridien are known for having the two best reefs in the Marriott portfolio, and it did not disappoint. We saw vibrant coral, tons of marine life, lots of turtles, and schools of fish everywhere. Snorkeling in the Caribbean doesn't even compare. The Maldives is truly breathtaking. that evening, we were invited to a special event at the Welcome Dock exclusively for Marriott Bonvoy status holders. We enjoyed complimentary cocktails crafted by a renowned mixologist while watching the sun set over the water. It was absolutely stunning. After the private event wrapped up, we headed to Sip, the resort's overwater bar, where we relaxed with snacks and cocktails and watched the sky continue to change colors. A live saxophone player set the vibe as we waited to head to dinner. Afterward, we had our dinner at Fish, one of the 3 signature restaurants at the resort offering overwater dining. As you walk in, you're greeted by fresh seafood displayed on ice, and the dining area is set right over the boardwalk with the ocean beneath you as daylight slowly fades away. It's an incredible atmosphere. The menu is focused on seafood, featuring the fresh catch of the day, creative seafood dishes with an Asian flair, and even sushi and sashimi options. Everything is prepared with an ocean-to-table approach, using the freshest seafood available, which really makes every bite taste as vibrant as the views around you. Dining here is more than just a meal. It's a full sensory experience with sights, sounds, and flavors of the Maldives all around you. One of the biggest highlights of the trip was an opportunity to snorkel with whale sharks. We took a speedboat out to an area where they are occasionally spotted. The excursion was far more intense than we expected, starting with a 90-minute boat ride across the open water. We knew going in it was a 50-50 chance that we'd see even one, and after spending so much money on the excursion, we were definitely nervous. As we approached the area, more and more boats started to appear, and suddenly it felt like a race. Anytime a sighting was reported, every boat rushed towards it. Then our guide got the call. We sped towards the location and jumped straight into the water. We spotted our first whale shark almost immediately, but with so many swimmers around it, it spooked and dove deep within a few minutes. We repeated this several times: spot, jump, swim, only for the sharks to disappear again. Eventually, a rainstorm rolled in and ended the trip. Even with the chaos, seeing a whale shark in the wild was absolutely unforgettable. Back at the resort, we spent our final afternoon snorkeling and soaking in every last minute of paradise. We grabbed a light snack, cleaned up, and got ready for our last dinner. Since it was our final night, we received a note inviting us to a special dinner at Fire. The resort went above and beyond, escorting us to a private table set up on the beach for a secluded dining experience. When we returned to our room afterward, our bed was decorated with a rose petal shaped into a heart. The next morning came early as we had a flight back to Dubai. We boarded our seaplane one last time and headed back towards Mail, ending another unforgettable Maldives adventure.